Warriors Assemble! What's up, guys? I'm Jay.
And I'm Corey.
Welcome to another episode of Sheik Geek. Why did I say Sheik? Why am I plugging your channel? Jay and Corey's Adventures in Geekdom. Damn it! It's okay. We don't cut anything out here. I can fuck up all I want.
This is so raw.
Anyway, how's it going, guys?
Let's see. Important things that happened this week. Arkham dropped.
Oh yeah, Arkham dropped. That game is so fucking good. Oh my god. There's a part in the story, guys. I cried. This story is so heavy.
Jay ruined it for me. Like, I haven't gotten that far yet, and
I had to share the heartbreak.
For me.
I had to share the heartbreak. Jay, I couldn't deal with this alone.
What else happened? Legal marriage is legalized.
Oh yeah.
So yep.
You know, good for all of you guys
who are gay.
Yeah.
And what else?
Naruto chapter. Yo, Sarada is a fucking G. She's a fucking G. She's what Sakura should had potential to be, but because Kishimoto didn't want to do anything with her, didn't become that. But Sarada, he's using all her potential. Because when she used her Sharingan and copied Sakura's technique, and she was like, Shanaro! And she punches the arm. I was like, oh my god, that's so fucking cool. And then Sasuke, the look on Sasuke's face was like, yep, that's my girl.
I read it too. The one thing that I keep, like, just having a fit about is I don't think that their chakras should be that matured yet.
Because they're, like, not even at the academy yet?
Yeah.
Maybe just because they got it like that. I mean, you see how powerful their parents were before they conceived them? So maybe that's part of it.
Now,
like,
I think I can buy with Sarada because she's, you know, Uchiha, and they've been training all of their kids since, like, birth to do the flame style jutsu.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for this Boruto movie to come out.
He's a genius. He inherited Neji's, like, badassery. Like, apparently he's named after Neji, even though, I don't know, that's confusing. But he inherited Neji's badassery because the dude's a genius. He has lightning chakra and wind chakra, and he can do the Chidori and the Rasengan. I'm like, oh boy.
This is too good. Like, he's so good, he doesn't have to inherit Kurama.
Yep. And I hope he gets the Byakugan. He needs to get the Byakugan.
Yeah.
Because I was like, why would you get Sasuke is your dad's rival, and he's the only one that can beat your dad. I can understand why you chose him as a mentor. But Sasuke is also the only expert on ocular jutsu. So, who knows? Maybe Boruto, you know, gets the Byakugan.
That's a good point that you just made, because Sasuke would be Boruto's teacher, and Naruto would be Sarada's.
Yep.
So even though they're fathers to the different kids, maybe Sarada and Boruto's father figures are reversed.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the cool part about that is that, like, Naruto connects a lot with Sarada because Sarada has a similar experience to what he went through. And if you look at Bolt, really, Bolt has a similar experience to what Sasuke went through. He has the genius brother. He has the the legendary brother Itachi, who he wants to hang out with, but his brother kept brushing him off. Just like Naruto keeps brushing off Bolt. And Bolt ends up becoming a genius, and Sasuke is a genius. So there's a lot of nice parallels between those two. And
another parallel is that Kakashi only took in Sasuke because he was a genius.
Yep.
So, and Naruto might be taking in Sarada because she's got more trouble. And she's got to work harder.
She's more of an underdog, and she has to work for everything. I like this. I like this a lot. And because she's technically half Uzumaki, she could get Kurama.
Oh my gosh, that's what I'm hoping for. Like, I know we're kind of brushing off Naruto's daughter, Himawari, but I mean, she's still a little kid, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's not even in the Ninja Academy yet.
So I want to see that happen though, because Sarada is my favorite character. Like,
mine too. Oh my god, such a strong character.
She's such a sweet little girl too. She's not a bitch like how Sasuke was a dick in the beginning of Naruto. she's not a bitch. She's really nice, and she's very considerate.
She's really not like Sakura or Sasuke.
She's her own character, but she has elements of both. She has elements of both. She has that calculated nature of Sasuke, and also that caring nature of Sakura, which is why Sakura makes such a good healer. Another moment I liked, that like where Kishimoto is like, "Come on, guys, you need to chill," because he showed that Sasuke does love Sakura. Because he was like, "Oh, are you?" He's like, "Oh, sweetie, are you okay? Are you? How are you? Can you heal yourself?" He was showing genuine concern. I was like, all right, Sasuke, you do love Sakura.
And when Sarada saw this, you could see that it moved her because she thought that he just didn't care.
Yeah. And I mean, even if Karin is her biological mother, I think now she can definitely officially consider it. I think her copying Sakura's technique was her signifying, saying, "This is my mom. You know, I don't care if I'm not blood related to her." Although I want to see her meet Karin eventually.
Me too.
And I hope in the last chapter, because 10 is the last chapter.
I want Naruto to actually have some Uzumaki ties
he didn't
with
Karin. He didn't really have any conversation with Karin. There was the one comment that she made, where it's like Naruto's presence makes her feel safe, because it makes her feel like family.
But they
never interacted for real.
And we never really, I mean, I remember reading about the Uzumaki clan kind of sort of dying off, but I can't remember what happened to it.
I don't know. I mean, I know they're the designated Jinchuriki clan for the Hidden Leaf, and the Uzumaki genes like have really strong genes for red hair, but you know, I guess Minato's genes are stronger.
He is just dominant.
And I like that Sasuke is going to be like Boruto's Jiraiya. I want to know if Naruto is going to be like Jiraiya when he trains Sarada. So I think that would be cool.
I can see it, like, just joking around. Because I remember Jiraiya's like, "You're so talentless. What's wrong with you?"
Yep.
And he would just like fucking, like, give him the balloon and leave for 3 days.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go find some hookers.
I'm investigating.
I'm doing research for my novel. Leave me alone. Jiraiya and his porn novel.
Oh my gosh. But it's so big in Cajon.
Kakashi loves that shit.
Everyone did.
I bet you Kakashi's like heartbroken.
I remember when Shippuden started, Naruto gave him the newest volume.
Advanced copy.
And he was like shaking. I guess he'd just been reading and rereading the novels over and over.
Because I know you and I have both done that with like Percy Jackson and stuff like that. Like waiting, especially when we were waiting for like the last one, the Blood of Olympus to come out.
I can't tell you how many times I've reread that series. Oh my god.
I can't tell you how many times I've reread Michael Athena, and every time I still go, no!
When they fall into the chasm?
Yeah.
Into the giant pit? Oh my god.
And then, you know, she tries to let go of Percy, and he's like, "No, I'm never letting go of you again." I'm like, oh no!
Oh my god. I cried, man. First time I read that, I cried.
I downloaded it on my Nook at midnight so I could read it right away. I spent 6 hours just straight up reading it, and like at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting there. I get there, I get to the part. I just start to cry, and I'm like, that can't be the end. The Nook says there are like 13 more pages left. There's still some more, and then turn the page. Glossary. Damn it.
Oh man.
Dude. Oh, the heartbreak.
He looks over at Nico and he's like, "Take them the rest of the way.
We'll meet you there."
Oh my god.
It's like, but the only way is through the other side. It's like, I know. I'm like, oh no! Percy, no! Oh my god, like, could you imagine if they actually got to that point in the movies? Like, oh man. Logan Lerman is a good actor too. Obviously, he loved playing Percy Jackson, and he was a good Percy. Like, I mean, and like, I guess I can kind of accept Annabeth now. The second one did a lot better with her.
The second one was a lot better, and please don't hate me, fans of the series, but I actually liked the second one. I mean, sure, the ending was like the ending was the only thing I didn't like about it.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, it was a patchwork job. They skipped over a lot of important stuff. But come on, I mean, for what it was okay. It wasn't as bad as like fans of the series keep trying to paint it.
I like to pretend that it was made in the 90s, so like there's really an excuse in what we had to offer and what they had to offer when they made it. You know what I mean?
Man, but still though, it still kind of bothers me that Clarice was hot. I'm like,
me too. Like, oh my gosh.
I don't know how to feel about that.
There was, and it wasn't just hot. I mean, there was an attraction between her and Percy.
Yo, she was giving him the hungry eyes. Like at the end when she like smiled at him, I'm like, oh no.
And Percy, like, he wasn't really doing anything to push her away either. I was like, what's going on?
Oh man. Oh dude. I don't know. I mean, that would have been a great, like, I still think that would have made a good movie. We should try again in like 10 years.
They should. Oh, one movie that they made this movie like 10 years ago, and now they're finally making a show of it on Netflix. The Series of Unfortunate Events.
Oh really? They're making a Netflix show?
Uh-huh. Did you ever read the books?
I've read all the books.
Yeah, I read them too. And I'm actually kind of excited to see how Netflix is going to do this. I mean...
Oh yeah, because I mean, the movie wasn't as dark as the books were. The books were like dark as fuck.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the books... Think of a book version of Invader Zim.
Yep.
That's what Lemony Snicket's is.
But like with some more supernatural type of elements instead of alien.
Mm-hmm. Like if you were into the emo crowd and dark stuff, then you were reading that.
Yep. And then like, and also I love how there's always a letter trying to dissuade the reader from reading it. Mm-hmm. Like, why the hell did you pick up this book? Put it away now.
I always liked that.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
The letter, it always made me think of Animorphs.
They did that in the Kane Chronicles. Rick Riordan did that in the Kane Chronicles series too.
I read that in the first book one that I read. But I never finished it.
I'm telling you, that trilogy is pretty solid. I don't know what happened to my copy of the last book in that trilogy, but it's a solid trilogy. And I'm waiting for that crossover to happen. I mean, it kind of happened. They had the short stories where like Carter met Percy and Annabeth met Sadie. But I want to see the full-on crossover because the end of the third book of the Kane Chronicles hints at them having to deal with other gods. And they've already seen Percy in the background in the first book. So I'm like, come on. And in the end of Blood of Olympus, they talked about dealing with other gods too.
I remember.
And the Greeks and the Romans will have to team up. And I'm like, here we go.
Oh man, I'm just waiting for
Magnus Chase.
Magnus Chase.
I'm really excited because I've really gotten into the Thor comics over the past like 5 years or so. Even though I was never like huge into Thor, but over like the past 4 or 5 years or so, I got really into the Thor comics, and so I'm really excited to see more Norse mythology stuff. I'm not as familiar with it, so it's going to be an interesting learning experience.
And one thing about Norse mythology is everything requires sacrifice.
And alcohol.
Oh, speaking of Norse mythology, have you seen the new Dragons show on Netflix?
Oh yeah, they're gonna do a new How to Train Your Dragon show.
It's already dropped.
Oh sweet, I'm gonna have to check that out.
I haven't started watching it yet.
We can marathon it at the house.
I actually have to finish watching the first series that was on Cartoon Network.
Oh yeah.
But
that was good. Although it was weird because like there were some continuity errors because in the movie Hiccup's dad did not have the same dragon as he had in the show, which was kind of weird.
But I really like the How to Train Your Dragon animated series. I haven't read the book yet.
I still haven't read the book either. But dude, no, like Hiccup's dad had the most badass dragon ever. The dragon's name was Thornado.
That sounds awesome.
It was awesome.
It a thunder dragon?
It was a thunder dragon. And
yeah.
It like breathed lightning, and I was like, oh shit, this is so cool. He had like a sonic scream type of thing. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Tornado, you are the shit.
Like, it is a solid series, and Hiccup's relationship with Astrid is one of my favorites.
And it's very well developed too. I always like the Tsundere relationship. And I mean, the second How to Train Your Dragon movie blew me away.
Oh my gosh, I was blown away too.
It's Lion King with dragons, pretty much.
I cried.
Because, like, when his dad died, I had a Mufasa flashback. Mm-hmm. I was like, get up! Get up! Come on! You're not dead. I know you're sleeping.
He's just taking a break, that's all.
You're hungover. It's okay. I'll get you some coffee. You'll be okay.
He's too tough to die. He's too tough.
You'll be fine. You're a Viking. It's just a flesh wound.
Taking a hit from the Alpha Dragon.
Oh, man.
And that's another thing that I liked was they brought in like the Kraken Alpha.
Yo, but when Toothless became the new Alpha Dragon, I was like, oh my god, this is so cool.
It was like,
the third one needs to hurry up.
Oh my gosh, it does.
Oh.
Another thing that's about to drop that has to do with alphas, Teen Wolf.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Whoa!
We got Ric Flair back here. Oh my god.
Gee, I talked about that so much in my Q&A yesterday. Mm-hmm. I've been avoiding trailers and sneak peeks so I could be surprised by this season. And I'm hoping... I mean, I looked into some of it a little bit. It's going to be a big Lydia season. We're going to find out more about Lydia, her powers, her family. And she's going to have some kick butt scenes, according to the actress.
I seen the previews of her kicking some butt.
Yeah. Dude, did you know her actress is 29?
I saw that in your Q&A. I was like, no, there's no way.
Yeah,
she looks so young.
I know, I was like, you look younger than Scott and Styles.
Mm-hmm.
You're 29 years old, and the chick who plays Allison is 28. I'm like, what?
What?
I know.
The hunter?
Yeah.
There's no way.
Dude, I looked it up, man. I was like, no. Because my friend Lauren was telling me about it yesterday. She's like, did you know Holland Roden's 29? And we just decided to Google the entire Teen Wolf cast. And I'm like, yo, she's 28. What the fuck?
How old is Styles?
Styles is 21. Tyler, who plays Scott, is like either 22 or 21.
So when they started, they were like 16 and 17.
Yeah.
That's probably why Dylan O'Brien didn't become Spider-Man, because he's...
he looks young as hell.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could have still pulled it off. I mean, I honestly, but at the same time, as much as I like Dylan, I like that they went with an unknown, because nobody could go in there being like, oh, it's that kid.
Yeah, no one can complain about someone they don't know. Yeah, no one can be like,
oh, it's just that kid from Teen Wolf, or no, it's that kid from The Maze Runner. You know, it's just like, oh, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Let's see how he does.
Maze Runner was a solid movie, though.
Yeah, I still haven't read that book.
Me either. All these movies that we've
been
seen,
saying that a lot. I feel like that should be the title of this episode.
I still haven't read that. It's this one, right?
Yeah. Alright, so we're here to pick up my little cousin. This is a big milestone because he is going to make his first official pull list, and we're going to get him into collecting comics. He's been seeing me collect comics for years, and now he wants to get on board.
Passing the torch, guys.
So we'll see you guys at the shop. To the comic shop.
Away!